All right, so Machakos County. It's a place where Sammy Kioko is his name, and he always called that his home. And so, he grew up there, and he used to always crack a lot of funny jokes. He cracked his first jokes there, and he built his dream, from the dust of his heels up there. um but though through his laughter, I want to say, that's where he carried his name. He carried the name of Machaco, and everywhere he went, like Churchill Show, YouTube, schools, fundraisers, and he made people proud to say, "That's our boy." And then when the Machakos County Government awarded a tender to supply uniforms, Sammy saw it as, a chance to give back. And what he did was he partnered with his sister. And what they did, well, by the way, I want to say that his sister was a is a very hardworking woman. But she's very quiet, but she's very strong as well. And what happens that they delivered everything as required. Neat work, complete and on time, and it was their first big county project. Okay, and then after delivery, what happened was it gotten quiet all of a sudden. It was silence. After they did all of that project, what followed that was just quietness. And days passed, weeks passed, months passed, and there was no payment. There was no explanation, just promises, empty and recycled. And what they say, come next week. It's being processed. The governor will sign soon. Does that sound familiar? In the meantime, reality bit hard. Hit hard. Yes, it did. What happened was rent was due. Workers needed their payments and suppliers demanded their share. Sammy, he tried to stay very calm, and for shortness, he was. After all, he was a man of laughter. But even laughter has limits. You know what happened? Then came the darkest blow. His sister. His sister gotten ill. She fell ill. And the doctor said she needed surgery urgently. He tried everything. He called every office. He pleaded with every official, but there was no response. The response was the same cold line as usual. We'll get back to you. He stood outside the county offices, watching the flag of Machakos fly high. And the same county that owed him millions, and he whispered, How can my home, how can my home betray me like this? He went public, Yes, he did. He cried out online, not for fame, for justice. And he told his story, holding back his tears, saying, I don't want trouble. I just want what's rightfully ours. My sister is dying, and I can't even afford her hospital bill because my own county refuses to pay. I never heard such a thing. That's how we live. We have to get paid. We have to get paid. We work and we deserve pay. How can you work somewhere and then a county refuses to pay? That is just very devilish. And the story shook the nation, and I bet it did. You work, and you work for someone, they must pay you. That don't make any sense, does it? That can happen to anybody. That can happen to me. I have to eat. You got to eat, right? You got to pay your bills. You got to have a roof over your head. Yes, the story shook the nation. It's shaking my nation. From Nairobi to Mombasa, Kenyans spoke out. How can county do this to its own people? To its own people. I heard enough. You just and then, all right. Then help came. Yes, help came. Thank you, Jesus. Not from the system, of course, from strangers. Yes. I'm out of words. From strangers. Good Samaritans stepped in, sending what little they could. Every penny counts. Yes, it does. Ordinary Kenyans, motor riders, shop keepers, students, each saying, we may not be leaders, but we have hearts. Yes, whispers, whispers. It reached Kalonzo Musyoka. He was the elder statesman, the son of Ukambani, and people called him Baba. And they said, your people are suffering. Intervene at once. You need to intervene and say something. Do something. This is an emergency. Kalonzo, calm as always, stepped forward. He called for decency, for compassion. He said, Machakos must not turn its back on its youth. Leadership is not about power, it's about people. Those words carry a lot of weight, and they reminded everyone that's behind every tender, behind every delayed payment, there are lives on the line. Families are in pain, when dreams being buried alive. If it wasn't for the kindness of ordinary people, guys, or ordinary Kenyan people, let's say, Sammy's sister wouldn't be alive. She might have lost her life. And not because of the disease, I want to say, but because of the neglect. You see what I'm saying here? because of a system that has forgotten humanity. And so today, Sammy, he stands not just as a comedian, but as a symbol of resilience. And a reminder that also that laughter can fade, but truth that does not fade. He still believes in Machakos. He still believes in justice. And he prays that one day leaders will understand that the real power they hold is the power of care. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to my channel at Diaspora Lens for such an unfolding stories. See you in the next one, and thanks for watching. See you next time.